Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of Glorious Life on Wheels. This is going to be a very short video. It's kind of a rant, but not exactly a rant. It's about my own gender and my own age group. But as the title says, you need to be careful of female senior MOBs. And you may be wondering, well, Carol, what is an MOB? Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you what an MOB is. So come on, and I'm going to let you know so you can avoid them like the plague. Well, let's talk about MOBs, shall we? It's a name I give, and it's primarily a group of women, and they're typically over 50 years old. And when I say they're toxic, I mean they are really toxic. What does MOB stand for? It's the name that I've given them. And I don't usually say things like this, but I make an exception for these kind of ladies. Well, I use the term ladies loosely. I call them miserable old biddies. And I say that, how many of you have encountered this? It's something that usually you find among preteen or early teen girls in junior high. But I'm finding more and more that there are women who are 50 and older who I call MOBs, miserable old biddies. These women are usually single because any man who has good sense realized how miserable they were and headed for the hills. So they usually don't have a partner. And that's not to say that single women or a woman who doesn't have a partner is an MOB, because that's not always the case by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think I'm an MOB and I'm single, but these women are, and they're single because they can't hold on to anyone. No one or no man or other partner, even some other partner, wants to be around them. They typically have traits, like I may have said earlier, that you would find in a preteen or an early teen girl. They love to get together in groups, and their primary purpose is to slice and dice other women. Do you know anyone like that? Do you know a group of women like that? Put it down in the comments. Tell me about your experience with them. But they get together in a little click or clack, and they just, again, slice and dice up other women. I don't get it. I've never been like that. I was never even like that when I was in junior high. So I don't understand women who never outgrew that, if they were like that and are like that in their 50s and 60s. It's just something I can't comprehend. But the worst thing, the very worst thing, is how they like to constantly stir the pot. You know, just cause confusion where there is none. They seem to take particular delight in sucking people in who aren't part of their little clique or their little clack, and then getting that person really riled up and upset with someone else. And, you know, someone who has no disagreement or no feud going, but they kind of start a little fire and then add fuel to it, get that person all riled up for really a reason that they've kind of manufactured. And then they like to sit back and watch. And I just wonder, what must it be for a person to take delight in doing that? That's got to be a certain kind of, I don't know what to even call it, but it's kind of, I guess maybe not having a life. I don't know. But I've observed that, and I've seen it, and I've thought, wow. And part of me has just been stunned when I've seen it. And, you know, I avoid those kind of women like the plague. But the other part of me feels sorry for them, that that's what gives them pleasure in life and getting things stirred up and then just sitting back and watching. But I want to warn you, stay away from MOBs, miserable old biddies. Don't let them suck you in. If you're around a group of women and all they're doing is talking about slicing and dicing up other women, give them a arm, not just even an arm's distance, give them a mile between you and them, because nothing good can come out of it. So this is my warning to you. But again, why are women like that? I haven't seen that trait among men. If you've seen it in men, let me know in this comment in the comment section. But I haven't seen that be a tendency among men, and in fact, they seem to shy away from that kind of behavior. I wonder if women are genetically predisposed to that. Anyhow, that's my rant for the day. But just something I've observed, and I thought I would share it with you. All right. Later in the week, I will be back to really meaningful content and content that brings value. And I'm not a political channel, but I'm going to talk about something in this political season that I think is crucial. In fact, it could be life or death for seniors. And I'm going to talk about that this week. So stay tuned for my comment that I'm going to make on the upcoming elections and some things that seniors really need to be looking out for. All right. I'll see you down the road, and I hope your journeys are filled with joy and blessings. Till next time. Bye-bye.